couple of days ago, 2K released the 2K23 MyTEAM Courtside report, which if you don't know what this is, it basically tells you everything new that 2K are going to be adding into 2K23 MyTEAM. Obviously there'll be a My Career one as well. I probably won't make a video about that, but I thought this would be cool to show you guys everything new that's coming to 2K23 MyTEAM. I did a poll for it if you guys wanted to see this video, and a lot of you guys said yes, like over 90% of you guys said yes, so thanks for voting on that if you did. But yeah, we may as well get through this. There's a ton of new things they've added. We'll see here. So you can see the first thing it starts off with is pretty much just contracts. Like you can see here, no more contracts. Also, if you can't tell, I'm recording this on the Xbox. Like I've gone on Google on the Xbox because I thought it'd be easier to record, because at least it'll be better quality for you guys to read and whatever, so you can pause throughout if you want to read anything extra. But yeah, no more contracts, which I think is going to be really cool. See, they're not replacing it with anything either. You can see everyone's requested it. They're getting rid of contracts. I think it's really cool. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. Save you heaps of MT too, so you'll be really happy if you're a no money spent player. It's also super annoying just having to get contracts all the time, so yeah, it's definitely one of the best things I think they've added. But yeah, this is definitely looking like a really good 2K. I've already read the Courtside report, but I thought I'd go through it again for a video. Yeah, there's definitely heaps of cool things they've added. This is definitely one of the best things they've changed, no more contracts. We go down here, you can see triple threat online co-op. So basically how this works is, you can pretty much just play with your friends now in triple threat online. Instead of just like playing 1v1 against them for no MT or no rewards, you can play with them on a team, I believe. And basically this is online or offline, I believe. I think it might be just be, or like as in offline, I mean like triple threat online, offline with your friends. But I'm pretty sure how it works is you still play together, but you earn your own rewards, which should be really cool. You can see here, it says there's a bit brief description if you want to pause the video to read that. And you can see here, you can see they've also got a Diamond Lamar Odom there, which you can earn through triple threat, which I think is going to be really cool. See, 1-on-3, 2-on-2, 2-on-3, or a full group of 3-on-3. So it's there'll be AIs filling out your team if you don't have 3 players. You also see in this image here, just shows some of the new card arts, which is really cool. And also, if you can see there next to Lamar Odom, there is actually the first set they're going to be dropping is Limitless with Steph Curry Diamond, which is really cool. They kind of leaked that by accident. They didn't actually say it in this blog anywhere, which is really cool, or in the Courtside report. Yeah, so you can control lock onto any position now, which is also really cool. So basically how this works is pretty much in any mode, you can just, in my team, you can lock onto a specific player. This is going to be really good if you want to do challenges, grabbing rebounds with certain players instead of having to switch every 2 seconds. So yeah, this is going to make it very easy to do certain things, which I think is going to be really good, getting XP much faster for people who want to get level 40 throughout 2K23. I think it's going to be really good. So you can see here, this is what Unlimited's looking like. It's pretty much the same Unlimited. The 250k will be back though, which is pretty cool. The only thing they have changed with Unlimited is, I believe, yeah, there are like leaderboards now, which is really cool. So it shows like win-loss records, points per game, things like that. Personally, myself, I don't really care too much about this, but I think a lot of online players are going to think this is really cool. I think it's definitely a cool thing they've added. See here how it's formatted with like the win-loss ratio, things like that. I think this is going to be really cool. Also, yeah, as it says here, makes it a lot more competitive too for the top spot. I believe, I don't know if you get necessarily any rewards if it says here, season points accomplishing this change after each game, win or loss. You will earn points, season points, earn enough to rank up to the next tier. Oh no, this is just talking about Unlimited in general. I believe for leaderboards though, the only thing you do get, as you can see in this image here, you do actually earn like badges. You can see there, which I think is cool, like you can earn badges next to your name. I mean, personally for myself, I don't really care too much. I don't play a ton of online on 2K, but I think if you're like more of a competitive player, you like playing online, this is definitely going to be something really cool they've added. You can see all the badges next to their usernames there, which I think is really cool. It also shows here, I just mentioned that the 250k coming back, which I think is going to be really cool. Personally myself, I won't qualify for it or anything. I probably won't even try, to be honest. But yeah, it's definitely something cool if you're more into competitive 2K, which I think is cool how they're bringing that back. Next up for my team, when you first start, obviously they got the starter cards. But you can see here are the starter cards for 2K23. They got Embiid, Ja Morant, and Jimmy Butler. I think this is pretty cool, obviously for the first few days. Like, this will be main cards people will be using. I think the best one's probably going to be Ja Morant. I find big men that are like low overalls at the start of the game aren't very good, like Embiid. I just find they're really slow and like hard to hit a lot of shots. Jimmy Butler will probably be solid too. He can play as shooting guard, which will make him a bit better. Yeah, Ja Morant I think is probably going to be the best card out of those 3 starters. They haven't released any stats or badges for them though. Next up, 2K on the first day will be dropping this Fred Jones Amethyst card. So it said here he was the 2004 Slam Dunk Contest winner. I had no idea about that. But all you have to do for this is just play 10 MyTEAM games, doesn't matter. The quickest way to get this card will probably just be doing 10 triple threat offline games, if I'm being honest, or online. Probably offline will be easier at the start of the game. But yeah, I think that's going to be really cool. So that's pretty much a free Amethyst you can get within like an hour of playing, which I think is really good on day 1. That can be a really good starter card. So yeah, I definitely think that's a cool card they've added for the first day. One of the biggest changes 2K have made also to 2K23, which I think is awesome, is they've changed, just like how they have triple threat online and offline, they've now made clutch time online and offline. As you can see here, there will be, I'm pretty sure this is like co-op, I assume. I think clutch time has co-op as well. Joining triple threat online co-op, we'll also be adding a single player variant of clutch time. Okay, so there's no co-op for clutch time. But yeah, this is really cool. So you can play clutch time offline now, which is awesome. I think that should be cool. I don't know how the reward system will work for that, if it will work similar to triple threat. I mean, not triple threat, online clutch time. I believe if you do lose like 3 in a row, yeah, you do go back to the start. I'm not sure if the rewards will be the same or how that will work. They don't go too in depth with that, but I think that's going to be something really cool for offline players, because obviously offline's just a lot more relaxed and stuff like that. I think that's going to be really cool. Definitely how they've added that. A lot of people have probably been requesting something like that too. Just something quick they did add, which I don't think anybody really requested or anything, was how prize balls, like you can see the gem balls now break open and you can get rewards from them. They haven't really specified too much about them, only a couple sentences here. They haven't said like what specific rewards you can get or anything like that. This is definitely something not many people I don't think were expecting. So it's only for the medal and gem basketball. So I assume it's like the cards you get, like when you collect a certain amount of token mark players, you get those balls. But yeah, over time when you use them, they will break and you will get some rewards. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. The next thing I don't think anybody was expecting 2K to add was how they've added this, like, what's it called? Expeditions. So basically how this works is you put your players into like whatever you call it. It's kind of like, what's that thing called? The card grading service where you put it in and it'll just like grade your card over time. Instead of that you've basically put your players in and it'll gather rewards for you. They go to different places around the world. I think it's kind of cool. I don't really understand it too much, but I believe while you're just like playing the game, other players you're not using in your collection can go and get rewards for you. So I think that's definitely be cool. How you can just get free rewards for doing practically nothing. You can see there's like an hour wait time there. Is that an hour? No, that's a day. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, day wait time there. But yeah, I think that should be pretty cool. You can get a ton of free rewards from that for doing practically nothing. This next bit is going to be the trophy case. So basically, I'm going to read the whole thing for this bit because I haven't quite understood the concept here. But I believe you have to collect a bunch of like things for a mural to get really rare cards. You can get a trophy case D Rose for the Bulls there, a pink diamond card. We'll read over this. In addition to all the rewards in MyTEAM, there will be a new way to earn a top tier player from each franchise by completing a team's trophy case. So it's not just for the Bulls, it's for every single team. With 15 event cards for each NBA franchise showcasing key moments of their history, you are tasked to complete these collections for the completion reward of a pink diamond player for each team. Collecting 5 division pink diamond players will earn you a Galaxy Opal, while completing conferences and finally the NBA collections will get you 399 overall dark matter players. So I don't know how you exactly earn these pieces for the murals, but eventually you will get dark matters, which is cool. So you're not just getting pink diamonds. Yeah, earn trophy case cards throughout MyTEAM, including at the top of each mode's seasonal prizing, the first current domination tier, and by completing your 23 NBA Series 1 player set, and be on the lookout for the coveted trophy cards. So basically, just like playing different modes, by the sounds of it, they'll just like eventually drop different rewards and things to lock these in. Definitely, hopefully they're really good dark matter cards. This sounds like this would be something that takes absolutely ages. I don't know if I'll personally do it myself. Definitely seems like a pretty cool thing they've added though, just something new, like a lock-in almost. You can see here they've also brought card grading back from this image. They've definitely made it much better. They haven't made it as big too. A lot of people wouldn't buy graded cards because just how ugly it looked, how big the grading was. See, it's pretty small here. It's just like a tiny like 10 there. It still looks good though. I'm really happy about how they've changed that. Alright, next up what we got. So they've got Scottie Pippen as the level 40 reward here. So season 1 preview. You can see here, with all of these changes, the one constant is that my team will continue to evolve in every season of NBA 2K23. With MJ gracing the cover, we are launching my team with a Bulls theme with the great Scottie Pippen as our level 40 reward. So yeah, he will be a pink diamond, which I think is going to be, I mean, obviously last year it was, last 2K, it was for season 1, it was a pink diamond at level 40. So that's definitely going to be a good card at the start. It looks like you can look forward to more MJ era Bulls legend reward cards on your way to level 40, including Kerr, Cartwright, Kukoc, Horace Grant, available by leveling up in my team. So there'll be a bunch of other cards too, like I assume like Amethyst and whatever for those players. There's a free agent Giannis at level 1, obviously 5 games for that card. I don't think that there's no contracts, but like you just get 5 games because it's a free agent, which is fair enough. Next up, we've got the Diamond Lamar Odom card that can play small forward, which I think is going to be good. Now, let's see. I believe how you get this card is from Triple Threat, so I'm not really going to go too much into depth with that. It's just going to be the first Triple Threat reward, if I'm not mistaken. But by the looks of it, it's also in clutch time. Wait, hold on. On top of the premium releases, the takeover players. Yeah, so they haven't really spoken too much about this in the blog, but yeah, there's different takeover players for each like mode, I guess. I don't know how it works. I think Lamar Odom's in Triple Threat. They haven't really said too much about what all the other what's it called, what are they called, takeover players will be in, like what other modes and things like that, or like what cards they will be specifically. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the blog here, I think. But you can see 2K23 does release on the September 9th, which is exactly 7 days after this video has been uploaded, which is cool. So yeah, single player Triple Threat, yeah, so there's nothing too much new. Yeah, okay, Domination, oh yeah, that's right, I'm pretty sure they're dropping 5 Dominations on the first day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so they're launching 5 sets of 33 games on the first day, which I think is cool. So there'll be a bunch of Domination people can do right at the start of the game. There's a few pink diamonds and amethysts you can get. So Amethyst Julius Randle, Diamond Mitch Richmond's going to be a really good card, I think. Diamond Mike Bibby, Diamond Will, Diamond Mike Bibby, Diamond Bill Walton, and Pink Diamond John Havlicek. John Havlicek, I think, and Mitch Richmond are going to be the 2 best ones. Every other card doesn't look that good. Like Bill Walton's not normally that good of a card, so I don't think he'll be worth going for. But I think John Havlicek and Mitch Richmond will be the best ones to go for straight away, to be honest. One of the major changes they had for Domination is now, instead of having to actually earn a certain amount of MT throughout the game to earn the stars, you now have to beat your opponent by a set amount of points, as it says up there. So there's no more like, calculating my team points, which I think is good. So that's definitely much better. I'm really happy how they've made it just a score difference instead. So much more simpler and easier. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They've also got a diamond diamond shoe colorway. Yeah, so Hall of Fame badge. So yeah, it's just gonna be a signature series. Oh, not signature series, just signature Michael Jordan challenge on day 1. Just like this year, they'll have a signature challenge each season. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's definitely going to be some good rewards, at least for the first day. I think that'll be cool. For Limited, it pretty much stays the same. The only difference is you can now, I don't know exactly how to do it because they haven't really shown much gameplay, but you will be able to have like some sort of filter that will filter out your collection and build a limited team for you instead of having to search through all your collections to meet the requirements, which I think is really good. So they'll save you a bunch of time doing that, which I think is just a little change that'll be really cool. You can see here, here's the draft mode, like a little preview, because that's how I worked out the Limitless set will be the first set coming out. I think most people knew that straight away, to be honest. But you can see draft mode, the only major change they've made to draft mode as far as I'm concerned is that you can now use MT to play the draft instead of having to use tickets or VC, which is definitely a really good idea by 2K. So it was super annoying how you could only play the draft a few times before having to buy VC. Personally, I didn't play the draft a ton, but I still think it was a cool thing how they've added this. Definitely going to save people a lot of money too, which would be good. Just for some little changes here to end the blog, I've already mentioned a couple of these, but one of them is 2K22 had like the 100, I guess, for Triple Threat. They're actually removing that now, so I believe, wait, how does this work? of the 10 or 3 loss run format. Oh yeah, so if you lose 3 games, I'm pretty sure you're out. So it's pretty much the same as the old 2Ks. So getting rid of the 100, which I mean, it's kind of alright. I thought the 100 was decent. I guess some people don't really like it. They've also got collector rewards. The expanded collector level rewards return with over 75 reward levels. Okay, so I don't think they're really changing much there, unless they've added stuff. I swear there was like 75 anyway, to be honest. There was definitely a lot in 2K22. I don't know if there's going to be too many new ones. New agenda tracker. So yeah, now when you pause your games, you can actually see what challenges you need to do. This is such a good idea, because you used to have to like write it down so you'd remember all the challenges you had to do for XP. So this is definitely a really good idea how they've added that. Definitely going to save people a lot of time. You also, now if you're really good at MyTEAM, you use defensive settings. Personally, I don't, but if you do use them, you can now save them instead of having to add them each game, which is definitely a good idea, because people always pause the game at the start, pause the game at the start of the game. So definitely going to save a bunch of time doing that, which I think is going to be good. And I'm pretty sure there's also defensive settings in Triple Threat now, which is cool as well. Already mentioned that the card grading service, how it's a little bit smaller when you grade cards, but at the top of the 10 grade or whatever it will be is a bit smaller now. That you can also now grade reward cards, which is awesome. You can see, so hoping to see some people get 10 graded Scottie Pippen. That'd be a super rare card to get, but I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all the changes and everything they'll be adding to 2K23. This is a really big blog. It's taken me a while to read all this. It's actually been like 20 minutes, a lot longer than I thought it would take. But this is definitely looking like it's going to be a really good 2K with all the different things they've added. Definitely a lot more variety in this game. I feel like just little things they've added have made it really good. I think it's definitely going to be one of the best 2Ks we've seen in ages. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.